everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Emma and today we're going to be touring my finished winter town island of Azalea. This island is very rustic, very barrelcore-esque. That's just a little inside joke, but it gives you an idea of lots of browns and things. There is a few Christmassy areas which I've decided to keep because I'm really done with the snow and can't wait to get into the lush green grass of spring. But nonetheless, I hope you enjoy the tour and it maybe feels a bit nostalgic for you. So first things first, let's check out the map. I will say that I wasn't overly keen on these villages. Perhaps I would have chosen different ones had I had more time and kind of willpower to do it. But I've got Flo, Cleo, Cole, Felicity, Octavian, Olivia, Ellie, Bo, Eric and Eugene. Octavian's house is just kind of shoved up there. There's nothing going on. That was mainly due to running out of space, and also I don't really like him, so I didn't want to decorate his house, which is fine. Yeah, not what I'd normally do on islands, but nonetheless, he's still there, rocking out on the beach. So after the airport, we come to my entrance, and this is probably where you see kind of like the rustic elements I was talking about. I've gone in very heavy with like browns, the brick path, lots of kind of wood elements, and the street lamps are also that coppery color, which I really like. But yeah, I really like this entrance. It was something a bit different for me, kind of sticking to a town area. But I've loved using the 2.0 items for this island. It's been a great kind of way to decorate differently, and it's made me really think about how to use the different items. I've had some help, I won't lie. And then you come along to my resident services, which if I show you behind, there is lots of medieval sidewalls up here, a whole kind of area, which I thought was nice and hopefully will look great in wide angle photos. And then we've just got some natural decoration around the outside here. I've added in a few vines here and there just because I really do like them. And then out the front of resident services, I've got a little coffee stool, a little Christmas tree as well. And then you kind of follow the path around, and here I made a little kind of candle stall. I just thought it was cute, just something a bit different. And I mean, nothing screams more cozy winteriness than having a nice candle burning with a lovely scent. And then there is a picnic area over here. There's not many on this island. Normally it's one of my favorite things to do, but obviously it's winter, so in my head not many people are going to want to sit outside and enjoy a sandwich. So that's why there's a lack of small seating areas on this island. And then right over in the left hand corner, this is where I've done a library. So this is the entrance to the library, and then you come up the incline. I just thought it'd be a bit nice to raise it up. And then as you can see, I've used the in-game path here and I've overlaid it with lots of custom designs. Obviously there's lots of books and things as well, papers, and then you've got a desk in the middle for the librarian to sit. And then you can go straight through and out the back. And my peninsula is here, which I've decided to keep quite simple. I've just added in some foliage, some of the vine benches and a lighthouse. And directly back from the library is where my bakery is. I did do a speed build for this. A lot of the areas on this island I've either done on stream or done speed builds for. So if you check out my channel, there is a whole kind of playlist for this winter island. So if you need some inspiration for your islands, you can definitely go and find that. We've got the counter back here of the bakery, and then there's a few little seating areas. I've added in some of the kind of stall shelves just because I like the way that the goods looked on there. So I thought they were a cute addition and help fill up the area. And then we're back out on kind of the town, and there is another incline up here which takes you to my campsite, which has a nice little fishing spot. There's not many water areas on this island, so I thought a nice little pond would be cute here. And then here is the campsite itself. and you've got a little kind of area for kind of cooking and washing over here as well. I tried to add in some pops of red here and there just because I'm not a massive fan of red, but I do feel like it works quite nicely with the campsite because of the flags and the little lantern there. And it really does pop against the white snow, which is nice. And then here we have a little alleyway. I will say, whilst doing this, a lot of this town has been partly inspired by Sweet Magnolia Sarah, who you can find on YouTube as well. I will put her in the description because her town islands are just absolutely stunning. So she's definitely been a big inspiration and helped me kind of get an idea of how to do a town, because this is my first proper town with like full brick paths and things. So it is hard work. So this is my neighborhood, one of my neighborhoods. I do have two. This one is a multi-level one, so we have 2 levels. In the center here is kind of like a nice little fountain, and then we have houses either side. And I've managed to fit some small items in around them. I wanted it to be walkable, you can easily get around, so I haven't gone too heavy, too cluttered. This is up the top, where I've got 3 houses. On the bottom level there is 2. I thought the nuptial bell was a nice little centerpiece up the top here, and I've also added in some simple panels just to kind of section off the back, and I thought the simple panel design was quite cozy, so I do like that. Oh, sorry Olivia. And then there is a way out of the neighborhood. I've tried to really think about how you can flow and navigating around the island. And if you head up this incline, there's a little kind of way right up to the top level. And I've got a little natural area back here. I really wanted to make use of this snow print path because it is super adorable and I'm not going to be able to use it any other time of year. So I've definitely tried to incorporate that. I thought the dormant volcano fits nicely. It's like a little bit of a hill or a big rock. And then we have a little campsite up here, very kind of rustic, just overlooking the cliff and kind of the whole town area, which is nice. And then we do have some more towny kind of build down here. This is the train station, where I've managed to incorporate in my museum. I've hidden it behind the castle walls and the castle towers just because I wanted it to be more brown, so the walls definitely allowed me to do that. I've added in some covered counters either side just because I feel like when you're at a train station there is kind of like shops and stalls and things. And then obviously we've got the train tracks here. You'll see a different view of this later when we get to the ice rink. But yeah, we've got the train tracks, the caves either side so that the train is kind of driving off. Is driving the right term for a train? Yeah, I feel like it is. It's driving off into the tunnel. And then we've just got some more items, a little seating area, etc. here. And then if we head back down the inclines, we'll get back into kind of the center of the island, I guess you can call it. You can just see a little peek of the campsite there. And then this is my ice rink. So this is where I said you'll get a different view of the train station because you can kind of see the train peeking out over the top. I wanted to make it so it was like a bridge going across the back. There is a speed build for this to tell you how to make like an illusion bridge, but essentially it is just simple panels and then the castle kind of gates through. And then we have like a little coffee stand. Again, there's quite a few coffee stands, quite a few places you can buy coffee on this island, but I do love coffee, so that makes sense. And then for the ice rink, it's just ice, pretty much, with a Christmas tree in the center. It's got a little bit of an entranceway here with some barrels, of course. And then, yeah, that's pretty much the ice rink. There's not much to say about this. I've kind of got the path all the way around the edges just to make it nice and square. But yeah, it's work. It's quite a simple build, but I think it's pretty effective. I'm gonna head up here because we've missed quite a large chunk of the island, and then we'll come back to the back edge of the island later. So this is how it flows from my entrance. You'll remember this from earlier. You can kind of access this area if you wanted to. I don't know why you would, but it's kind of a cute photo. Lots of storefronts and things like that. I've got a little bike rental here. It sucks about the colour of the helmets, but they were the best that I could do. And then off to the left, I have a little post office, quite small, quite cozy, super brown. But yeah, I think it fits the rustic theme. I put the gazebo at the back just to give it like a nice little detail. I think it works quite well. And then down here we do have the winter market and a canal area. So this is the canal. I did go for a double bridge, well, triple bridge if you can see back in the back there. But you'll see that later when we visit Nook's Cranny. So this is the shopping area. I made a centerpiece out of the Christmas tree, the big festive tree, which looks nice. Added some gifts around the outside. And then there's pretty much anything you would ever need to buy here. We've got toys, you've got clothes, you've got food products, some pie, some books. I just really wanted to incorporate all of the nice 2.0 items. So the majority of the items that I've placed down are 2.0 items. And yeah, I really love the colours here. It's just cute. And then if you head over the bridge, this is where I've got like a cafe stroke restaurant area. You've got the kitchen at the back here, under the covered counters and the counter desk. Is that what it's called? I feel like it's something along that lines. And then you've got the seating area making up the remainder of the kind of section. Oh, it is a bit hard to navigate, I won't lie, just because it is a bit tight, but I think things look better when they're closer together. And then this is the kind of main Christmassy area. This we did on stream, and this is my main house. I haven't fully completed the interiors. I will show you the one room that I've done, but yeah. This is the Christmas tree, so I thought like a community Christmas tree, and then we also have like a little Santa's workshop over here working on the toys. I really love the conveyor belt for this because it's like the toys are going into the sleigh. I just thought that was super cute. Right, I'll show you the one room that I've actually decorated. So this is the one room that I've only done one room because I feel like Happy Home Paradise is kind of filling the void for decorating interiors at the moment. So I've managed to block off all the other rooms using the partitions, and then I've just made like a cozy little living room. I wanted to use white and blue because it's quite icy. It's in winter, so it's a cozy place where you can just relax, do some work, have a coffee, warm up from a hard days out in the snow. So we're back outside now, and there is a little kind of transition zone down here where I've just decorated it with a gazebo, added in some topiaries, and there's a little seating area here. I did add in a snowman because I realised it was a winter island and I'd not yet added in any snowmen or snow persons. So I was like, I'm going to have to do it. And then that's kind of the edge of the island on that half. Up here behind the market and the canal area is where my Nook's Cranny and my Able Sisters are. So here's my Nook's Cranny. I kind of went for quite like a delivery heavy inspired area. So we've got the truck, lots of boxes, there's a few shopping carts. It's all kind of pretty cluttered, but I quite like the area. I think it works quite nicely, especially because winter, Christmas surely has got to be the busiest time of year for Nook's Cranny. And then I did say about the triple kind of bridge area, and this is it. This is the upper section of the canal, which I've just edged off with some medieval sidewalls just to kind of cap it, finish it, so it kind of has somewhere to go. And then here is my Able Sisters. I normally make like a bigger area for Able Sisters because I love it. I love doing sewing areas. I just think they're the cutest. But this one's quite small, quite kind of cozy. I've got some designs down, a tiny little sewing area on the table there, a nice mirror, just a few kind of things that are fitting for the area. And then I'm gonna head back to where I was with the ice rink because we've got another neighborhood to see, the garden center to see, and a whole farm area. So here is the farm. It's very much a wintry farm. I've added in some wheat fields just to add some kind of decoration for the grass. And here is the kind of farmhouse. I don't know if this is overly towny, but I thought it would be nice to incorporate in the farming items, the crops, because this is kind of my first island that I've done since the 2.0 update, my actual autumn farm island. I just chucked in a few of the kind of 2.0, the new items. I didn't go full kind of totally convert it, so it was nice to be able to use them all. This farmhouse was a design that I used for my 10 storefront ideas video, so if you haven't watched that and you want to know how to use the storefronts, definitely go and check that video out. It just has a few different ideas in there for you. And then back here is where my secret beach is. I ummed and ahed about whether to do something with it, but I thought it was quite a nice way to kind of end the path flowing throughout the island. Super simple, just added a sleigh because, you know, maybe water sleighing could be a thing. I don't know how that would work, but yeah, it'll be interesting, I'm sure. And then there's just a little seating area over here with some food. I just picked all the brown items, so you've got chocolate milk, pretzels, some cupcake things, and a sandwich, which seems to be steaming. I think it'd be pretty cold by now, the amount of time it's been left out there. And then over to the right of the farm, there is a little tree farm, which I've used the retro transportation, what are they called? The retro transportation stops, I feel. I've made a little shed and then added them in on the lower level as well, just to give the idea that there's people working away in there. And I've used all different kind of heights of trees and cypress trees as well. This is kind of fitting because here is the garden center. This was probably one of the first builds I ever did on this island, and I really like it still. I think it's super cute, and there's a few different elements here. You've got the kind of the starts, the seedlings. You've got the counter back here, so you can serve people. You've got some plants and flowers and things. It's a garden center. And I've enclosed the whole area with the medieval sidewalls and also some fences because these are cute items. And then I've added some party lights in just for a bit of fun. And then this is the only beach area that I've decorated. This was for a collab build with a bunch of awesome Animal Crossing creators, which was like a build challenge to use the 2.0 items and do it on your beach, which was super hard. The video's up on my channel and you can go and check out the rest of the creators that did the challenge if you wanted to see that as well. And it's quite different from the rest of the island, but my inspiration was kind of like an eclectic traveler area where they can display their goods and also relax. There were certain items that we had to use which made the challenge a bit harder, including this item. This was super hard to try and incorporate, and also the bistro table because it's quite a large item. But I was quite happy with how it turned out, something a bit different, something cute, and it did fill up a space on my island. So I'm gonna head back around here and I'll show you my other neighborhood. So this is Eric's and Beau's area. I went for this neighborhood, I just went pretty simple and just put the houses down and gave them kind of joint yards in between because I feel like Eric and Beau are they would be good friends in real life. So I put some snacks down for them. You've got some chips or crisps and some potatoes because what screams winter food more than a hot jacket potato? We talk about jacket potatoes and potatoes generally a lot on my streams, so I know there's a lot of different toppings that people like, but definitely cheese and beans is a winner for me. And then the other part of the neighborhood is down here. This is where Eugene and Cole live, and I've given them a little bit of like a garden shed area with some flowers and things like that. Obviously they're waiting for spring to come because I don't think their flowers will grow during winter. But it was a nice just filler area for them. And then down here, I said there's very little water on my island, so I wanted to do a little fishing spot. It's a tiny pond. It's not a very big pond and it's quite hard to get around, but it was just a nice little natural area for them. It's got some ducks around it, there's some rabbits, some wildlife. Just trying to get all the way around it for you. There you go. You can see it's not very big. But yeah, I've used lots of wood partitions in this area. As I went along building this island, I definitely started to use more wood partitions. I do really like them, actually. Not as nice as the barrels, but they are a great item and a great alternative to the fencing. So guys, that's the end of the tour. I've just come back to my entrance to say goodbye. I just want to say a massive thank you to all of you who have helped me, supported me whilst I've created this island. You guys, I never underestimate it, but you are amazing on streams and things, giving me ideas and inspiration. It's just amazing, and I really, really do appreciate it. Thank you if you've watched any of the speed builds, etc. whilst I've been working on this island, left a comment, left a like, just yeah, means the world to me. So super massive thank you to you. I hope you enjoyed the tour and the video, and I shall see you again soon with another one. Bye bye.